First time we've gotten you, give us a progress report on the DL through August.
I feel pretty good about them. Obviously, I don't think it's any secret that we have some depth here. Finally got the numbers we want at all four positions, I believe. So I've been very pleased with the guys. For the most part, it's the guys we thought we could count on. Obviously, Marquise Haynes is a guy that has surprised as a freshman, but he was here in the spring, so it's no surprise. Him and Fadal both been coming along really well. And then, the regular guys, Robert and CJ, and then Brian, Woody on down. I mean, like I said, we have a good two deep the first time since we've been here.
Last year, you weren't able to generate much pass rush out of the front four without CJ, without Carlos. You feel like you remedied that with these guys being back?
No doubt, just from talking about coming from just the D-line, yes. We've always been, with Coach Womack since we've been together, an attack defense that's going to create pressure. And so if you can do that just with your front four and a four-man rush and then still have the ability to pressure from multiple ways, I think that's the perfect combination for us. And I do think we're there right now. Obviously, we haven't done it in a game. And, there's a lot of variables that go to that. You still got to win first down and be able to put them in passing situations. You got to get a lead, and then a lot of those things come, late in the game when teams are playing from behind. But I do think that we're getting there right now.
Will Marquise be a guy that can help you in the run game, or is he going to be kind of a specialist pass rush?
He's a guy right now that can do it all. He's 230 pounds. Like I said, we move a lot. CJ's gotten away with playing 230 here for a number of years. You like to protect those guys, whether they're so to say, more prone to injury, being lighter, that I don't know. But again, with Fadal, 275-pound defensive end, that's a whole different ballgame. But Keese is going to play all downs for us, not just third down starting off.
How many guys do you anticipate being in the rotation?
I would say at least 8 for sure. I plan on playing at least 8, no matter what the outcome of this first game. That would be who I'm shooting for right off the bat.
Apparently, Brian Bennett, even though Isaac hadn't been out there, Brian Bennett is having a pretty good August for you.
He is. He really has. And, that's just guys that have been around for a while. You continue to see them mature. Guys that are fifth-year redshirt senior, like Brian, who has a bunch of experience, and it just continues to get better, and the experience is invaluable for the guy, and he's just come out and compete. And I think for Brian, I think he saw – a little light at the end of the tunnel when Isaac went down, and he knows that I'm a guy that's going to rotate nose tackles about half the game anyway. So he really pushed Woody, and those guys had a great fall camp pushing each other. And then, depending on how Isaac outcome with him, then we'll just have another guy there that can help us.
Woody healthy?
Woody's very healthy. He's had no issues all fall camp. You just know Woody's not a guy that's going to be able to play 65 plays a game. So he's going to stop the run and push the pocket for you a little bit, but we got to get some different guys in there on third down.
Who else has kind of benefited with Isaac being out from a rep standpoint, getting more chances to kind of get in front of your eyes?
First it's Brian, because Brian and Woody split all the ones and twos, but that bumps Herbert more, a guy who's a redshirt freshman up to, being right there at third team, and you got to get a third guy ready, if you have an injury there early on. I don't know if you guys know this, but we brought Carlton back here the last couple of practices just to make sure that we're covering all our bases, and Carlton can play O-line and D-line now because he knows it, being with me before. But Herb got a lot more reps with Isaac being down, but obviously that's good for Herb's future.
Coach, how's Lavon looked?
Doing good. He, he's Rob's backup right now, primary backup at 3 technique. We also have flexibility there with being able to move Brian back because that's what Brian played for the last 2 years for me. So, that's what this year I challenged the guys to be able to play multiple positions, and that's what CJ being able to do that gives us flexibility with Marquise. Brian being able to do that gives us flexibility inside, and a guy like John Youngblood, can't say enough about him. He's a limited rep guy. He knows the whole defense. He's going to get the job done for us, so I can play him at multiple positions next Thursday night. So allows us to do a lot of things.
You got Channing back. Is he going to be an asset to you?
Yep. He, like I said, he's a guy that's going to probably be in the game on Thursday night. He's always been a guy that steps up on game day. So we're going to throw him out there and see what he can do. It's about time that he lets loose and goes and does something for us. But, Channing, his heart's absolutely in it. He tries every day to get better. We have a lot of competition now. So it's hard for him to, to get up there with the ones and twos. But we're going to throw him out there and see what he does when the lights are on.
Coach, what about your 2 freshmen, McDowell and Speaks? Where are they in the development? How do you think they're coming along?
They're doing really well, and Victor Evans as well. 3 guys that couldn't be more happy with. You know, early on we had the split practices. Those guys got a ton of reps, and all three of those guys I was very happy with. I'm glad we signed all three of them. You know, Victor's a really long guy. Gerald's more of just a football player. And Breland is just a really big athlete right now, who needs to get his weight down a little bit, but gives us a lot of things in there. Very excited about those three guys' future. Just like I said, with